Well, I'm going to reveal the governing philosophy and then we walk into what the proficiency is. Here we go. The teacher has internalized the purpose of the action and is, as a result, adjusting the action to the situation. What proficiency is this? AP. All right, great. So it's AP. The next one. There is an unsuccessful attempt of the action. Perfect. Next one. The teacher is technically performing the action, often in a rote way. Beginning proficient, great. Let me go back, sorry. Okay. The teacher is innovating as necessary, is exemplary, and then last but not least, there is no attempt of the action at all. Pre-novice, perfect. So there's a pattern. Like you don't try, you try, and you do things pretty much not exactly the way they're supposed to be done. And then you're actually doing it kind of almost routinely or in a way that, I'm following steps, 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. And then at the AP level, you start thinking, I'm going to school strategically. Let me do this here, this there, put the steps out of order. And then in exemplary, you're actually innovating beyond exactly what you have in front of you, the plans in front of you, but instead making sure you understand the general philosophy, but then making sure that it fits for your students. In your resource binder, that's the one you have under your table, you can just pull that out very quickly. I want to show you a couple of resources. All right, if you have your resource binder, there should be a tab that says TAL Rubric. So flip over that tab. For CMAs and school directors, there are 3 different resources there. For CS and LSs, there are 2, and I want to describe those differences for you. All right, so the first one you should see is called the comprehensive rubric. The first one you see is the comprehensive rubric. The comprehensive rubric is the one that provides details about every single rubric action for every single principle under the teaching and leadership framework. It has every action from every strand, from the pre-novice all the way to exemplary. It can take a few seconds to just kind of review that. All right, the second tool you should see in there is your institute rubric. The institute rubric takes that comprehensive rubric and then eliminates the different things that are actually not going to be assessed in institute. So CMA, school directors, this is probably the rubric you want to take out and then carry around with you as you go to classroom observation. This is the rubric that just has the institute rated actions on it. All right, then last but not least is the rubric resource booklet for CMAs and SCs. You have this one. And this is kind of the rubric cheat sheet. It's just like TAL. It gives you every principle, every action, every strand, every proficiency. But then in italics, it has a little bit of a cheat sheet, what we call the interpretation guide, that will help you to really understand what we're trying to get at each of those actions. So this takes about 30 seconds just to peruse that a little bit. Any questions? Thank you. The resource booklet is only in 2 rows. All right. So now we kind of get an understanding what those different things are. I want you to actually look at the institute rubric. So just pull that one out of your mind for a second. The institute rubric. And you're going to take a little bit of time in your table to do a little bit of exploration around one of our actions each. Alright, so we're looking at the E1 action in your table group for about 10 minutes. I want you to think about the following questions. One, look at the rubric, look at how it's structured, look at how it's constructed, and think about the purpose of the principles, and then the action, and then the strand. And for this activity, we're looking at E1. So we're looking at execute effectively as a principal. We're looking at present content as the active. And then let's look at the different strands beneath that to kind of see what's the purpose of that and how they're going to be helpful for our core members. And then think about how is the TAL rubric designed to be student-centered, how is it designed to be asset-based, and how we're going to use that professional development tool. So you have about 10 minutes in your school team group to discuss that.